Hey y'all, today I can chicken legs and thighs. I will be showing you how to do it in case anybody's new at this. 20 pounds of leg quarters. Prefer not the raw packed chicken because it doesn't taste as good to me. So I pre-cook and I'll show that too. Hey y'all, today I'm going to be pressure canning legs and quarters, but before I do that, I rinse off my chicken and then I'm going to season it up. I really like this right here. It's complete. It's got, you can see right there, a lot of vegetable things that goes in it, and it's not real salty like celery salt. Ooh, it's real salty, so you have to be careful with your salt. Don't want over salt. And then I'll put some more onion powder and garlic powder on there, and pepper and little Himalayan salt. And maybe some of this too. I'm going to mix everything up and taste it before I put it on my chicken. Now, okay, there's one more thing. I need my poultry. Hang on, I'm going to get my poultry. Okay, here I have my Italian seasoning and my poultry seasoning. But we're not just going to shake it all over this. We're going to mix it up and taste what we do. And it's just going to be a mix to taste. But these are the things I'll be using. Poultry seasoning, Italian seasoning, this complete seasoning because it's not real salty. I'm not doing celery salt because it's real salty. Uh, Onion powder, garlic powder, uh, pepper, cracked pepper, whatever you call it, and a little bit of Himalayan salt if I think it needs it. And I don't know if I'm going to use this, but I'll let you know if I do. But I'm pre-mix everything, mix it up. Then I apply it to my chicken. I'll be doing, this is 10 pounds and this is 10 pounds. So I have 20 pounds of chicken and we'll be canning these today. Got my jars ready. They've been through the dishwasher. They were brand new when I bought them. Lids were run through the dishwasher, all except for the top of the seals, the lid seals, because they're going to be simmering water to seal. So anyway, I'll get back with you when I get all this rinsed and seasoned up how I like it. Then we're going to bake it in the oven on high temperature, about 500 degrees, about 30 minutes. And because I like to kind of pre-cook mine, I think it tastes better than if you just put raw chicken in there. And then I'll probably just, let it cool, and then I'll pack it into these jars, and I'll be adding uh, some broth to that. Get back to you when we get to that point. I'll show the chicken after it comes out of the oven. Okay, y'all, I got the chicken cut up, separated the leg from the thigh, and this is how many containers it took. Now we're going to brown it, but before that we're going to season it. And I'm not using celery salt because I found out that tastes too salty to me. But because I am going to start with salting it with Himalayan salt. So let's get the salting. Uh, Himalayan salt is, pretty salty, so don't go too heavy because you're going to have your other spices on there. We're going to roast this in 500-degree oven for at least 30 minutes, maybe longer. Now I had to cut the excess fat off, which you can see right here is this excess fat. It's still got too much fat on it probably. Now, I like this stuff right here. This is not salty tasting. It's about a complete seasoning. You can see the onion and poultry and stuff. So I'm going to season it with this. I was going to mix up my seasoning, but I decided not to. This has got a little bit of everything in it. I really like this seasoning. It's really good for poultry and, well, it's got a good smell. I can't describe the smell, but anyway, I'll read the ingredients off to you and see what it is. Now we want to pepper this. Let's see what the ingredients is. I can't really see and I got glasses on. Take a screenshot of it. And this is the name of it. I really like it. Okay, so we got salt and butter on there, and I'm gonna put a little onion powder on it. A little onion powder on it. Not much, because that other stuff's got, shake a little on there. That other has onion in it too, but I'm just lightly doing this. Okay, let's see. Let me see, poultry. If I can get the lid open. Oh, this hasn't been opened yet. And I think that's all I'm going to put on it. This smells good already. Okay, we're going to put it in the oven. Got my oven right here. Got it door open. I don't preheat because I don't want to get burnt. There's a lot to put in there. I'm going to put the flatter racks on the second one, the tall one on the top one. The two flat ones will go down. They go side by side. No. So I have to do what I have to do. Now that held 20 pounds of chicken. Let you see in there. If I can get this tripod down. See? Bottom and top. That's 20 pounds of chicken. Legs and thighs. Alright, I put the tripod back. Might be too high. We'll get it down here. See our jars here, and I'm going to get my canner cleaned up, washed. Now we're going to set this oven 500 degrees. We just want to cook it really quick for 30 minutes. Brown it. It brings out the flavor when you go to can. So it's bake, and we're going to go up to 500 degrees, at least 400. Let me see. Oh, we're going to go up to 500. And we're going to do that for, we have to wait. Okay, so that's bake, and it's got to heat up, and the timer will be, how long will it take to heat up? About 10 minutes. So we're going to put it at 40 minutes. The time that oven preheats 10 minutes, then it will cook for 30 minutes. And then we'll check it and see what it looks like. 500 degrees for 30 minutes. Okay, we'll be back when that does. I'm going to get my canner ready. Okay, this chicken has cooked at 500 degrees for 30 minutes. And this is about what it looks like. It's not fully cooked, but it's, let me see. This, and always do it in a kind of a flat tray, not too deep. I'll show you why. If you use a deep pan, it doesn't seem to brown that good. Let me show you. This roast pan, it's too deep, see? But it's okay. It's processed enough. And I'm just telling you, shallow pans is the best to do your meat on. Alright, now, let's see. This brings out the flavor when you can it. So I just want you to see that. And we have to put our jars in the oven and heat them up and get them warm to pack this. I need to let this rest a little bit. So I got to turn my oven on to 200 degrees. And I'm going to be getting my canner ready. I've got to finish tightening up my gauge here. And you're going to put 3 quarts of water into this canner. It has a line inside. Show you now. I've already cleaned up my canner. Oil the ring. You oil the ring on your... Oil this ring. Take it out. Clean it soapy hot water. And put oil on a paper towel and run it around it and, you know, oil it. Because it'll slide better on and off. Okay, I'm going to take this other chicken out of there. And, turn this oven on 200. Now, always put something down in there. You don't want your jar sitting on the bottom. And there, I don't know if this will show up, but there is a line down there. See the line? The bottom one. You've got to at least have that much water. No less. So I'll get back to how much water I put in there in a little bit. Because there's 3 different lines. But the minimum you put in there is 3 quarts. Just fill it to that first line at least. We'll be back in a little bit. I've got to sanitize these jars. Well, actually I've got to put some heat on them because I want to put this in there while it's still warm. Okay, be back with the rest of the instructions. Okay, y'all. Now we got all this chicken to put in these jars. And I'm going to let them cool down. They're still hot. Might be hard to pack right now. Let's try one. I have to cut that one off. Tear that off of there. Whoa! I tore the whole leg off. Who cares? I mean, it's just chicken you're putting away. Oh my God, it's still hot. Well, I'm going to have to wait. I'm not willing to dig through that chicken with it that hot. My hands are sensitive. So it's got to cool some more. It's been cooling for at least 30 minutes. So, anyway, we'll be back when I can put them in the jar. Okay, this, I was going to tell you, you got your water in there to the first line down there. It's approximately 3 quarts of water, and you put 2 tablespoons of white distilled vinegar in there. And the lids, you're going to need lids, and you will be, when you go ready to can these, you'll be having these simmer, and not boiling, but simmer to soften up the seal on your lid, that red part. So I just got them ready. It don't hurt to put them in there. They're not in hot water. My husband set me up a table over here. Don't know how much I'll need it, but anyway, I'm going to use this chicken broth because I like the Kendall Farm chicken broth. So I'm going to be using that. Here's some of my tools. I'll need that to put broth in my jar. And this is to get the lid out of the hot water. Put on the jar. You'll see me do that. This is a debubbler and a measuring thing. You want at least an inch room for your chicken. When you put liquid in there, you want a little bit of expansion because it's going to bubble. And I also use this for debubbling. It's just well, what you eat Chinese food with. Chopstick. Boy. Alright, so I'll be back because I can't put that up yet. I'm going to take a break and eat. Let that cool. Oh, one other thing. The stuff that come off the pan, the drippings, I put it in this jar. We'll put it in the refrigerator because it makes really good chicken gravy. So you just add that. It's already got fat in it, so you do not have to add any butter or any kind of fat. And it's already separating. You can see most of the oil is going to be on top. Most of the drippings are going to be down here. So if you don't want all this up here, you know, you can put maybe a tad in there to make your gravy. Anyway, I was leaving it open, let it cool. Because this is plastic, it's not glass. It's going to set in my refrigerator. It's just a mayonnaise jar. So we'll be back. I'll give you as much tips as I can. Okay, we're back. The chicken is cooled down. I had a rock in my hand. I really can't handle meat. What are you doing out there? Okay, I'll be fighting. Come on. Come on in. Come on in the house. Come here, Gizmo. Come here. What was you doing outside? And where's Senna? Senna's in the house. How'd you get out? Okay. I gotta wash my hands off. What the hell's going on? I can't handle Gizmo. Sorry, y'all had to stop because my cats, they were about to fight. My son's piece of chicken fell on the floor. That's cat food, right? Okay. Y'all see what I'm doing? Alright, all I'm doing is putting a thigh in there, a leg in there, and maybe I have to turn it this way. It's not too easy packing these jars. Probably only going to get about 3 in there. Let's see. Let's get another small leg in there. Some of them legs were big. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of broth. Using this brand of broth, the Kendall Farm chicken broth. I like this chicken broth. It's pretty good. Okay. I'll put this in there. I'm going to pack it kind of tight. And I'll put a little bit of juice in there. It's still going to make... Okay. It's still got enough skin on it. It's still going to make some of its own broth. I'm going to give it a little bit of broth. Not filling it up. Then I'm going to pack all these and then we'll put the lids on. But right now, I've got to get my lids hot. I hadn't got my lids going yet, or my canner going yet, because I'm going to cold pack this. But I do need to put my get my lids ready. So, just a second. Got my lids in there simmering. They gotta simmer 10 minutes, so when they get hot enough, they're getting kind of warm right now. When it starts simmering, you don't want it to boil, just simmer. That's going to help seal these jars. I don't even use a thermometer. You can if you want, but as long as it's simmering, you use this to get your magnet to get the lids out with. Shake it around. When you get a lid, shake it around. That's just so that it... Okay. Well, we don't need that right now. This. We don't need that. Okay. I really should have that. You want that to sit down in there. You want an inch space from the top. There's an inch space right there. So we're good. Okay. I'll stuff some more chicken in there. Let me move this over here. All I'm doing is going to move the chicken into the jars. When I get these filled up, I'll show putting on the lids. Yeah, my back's been hurting. It's taking me all day because I had to let that chicken cool. I had neuropathy and I can't handle it. So I'm going to wipe all these down with vinegar. Get all the oil off of it so my seals will do. You know, just wipe down your jar lids really good because you put something greasy in there. And this is, you just use vinegar. I have to go on the outside too because I made a big mess. I want to make sure, because greasy is not going to stick if you don't clean that good. Now these will boil over a little bit probably even with the lid on. But anyway, next thing we do is our lids have been simmering. And I'm going to do my canner starting everything cold. The water, the food, everything's going to be cold. Now these have been simmering, so I'll turn the fire off. They're hot enough to seal. Shake it off. Put a seal on. Then, let's see, where is my... Duh! I forgot my rings, to get my rings out of here. They're in the dishwasher. Okay, so, put your ring on. We'll leave that simmering. I will make sure that stays hot. Then hand tighten, put it in the pot. Mine only holds 7. Get another ring. Okay, put that one in the pot. another ring. Make sure you only get one. They like to stick. I'm going to have to make me up a ring holder over here. I like starting everything cold. That way I don't have to worry about it not being processed correctly. You have to start your fire under it, and you have to just let everything fire up, and you can't, well, what am I trying to say? There's a lot of meat on it. I want to make sure that one gets in here. Okay, let's see. I just leave it like that. That way I don't have to keep holding it in my hand till I'm ready to put it in there. It's got a lot of meat on it. See what we got in there. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7, so I don't need my rings in there anymore. So let's move this to the big burner. This is my big burner here. We're going to turn it up all the way. We'll get that thing firing really good. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of these rings on it. But these are going to have to be processed later. So, let's get our lid on there. Well, let's see. Anyway. Whoops, wrong way. The gauge has got to be facing me. There's a little V there. Just slide it in place. Okay, we let that heat up. Gotta let it pressurize up to 10. Everything's got to get going. Don't know how long it's going to take to get there. It's just fast. Okay. Now remember, we put 3 quarts of water in there, 2 tablespoons of vinegar. That keeps everything from turning, your jars from getting bad. Now I'm going to finish putting the lids on these jars. I don't think there's any bubbles in there. You're supposed to debubble. Now poking this down in there. This is a debubbler. It's also a measure. I forgot to show you that step. Okay, now let's get our lids on there. This will be ready. And this I have to go in later. I got. Hope I don't forget that I didn't cook those. It'd be awful. Now this will be when it gets up to pressure. It will stay on there. We'll pressure it for 75 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. When we put the, I don't know, I used to call them jigglers, whatever people call them. The weight. I meant the weight. I'm going to change my towel out. That's a cooling rack. So I'm going to change that out. The dishes to do. Clean up time. I'm going to move these jars where I know they're not cooked. Put them over here on this table. And I'll say, well, those aren't cooked. Except I will not go, I gotta put them way down here. There. There we go. And we're gonna get us a clean towel. We're gonna get the kitchen cleaned up. It's gonna take a while for this to get up. Sometimes I hear people say 45 minutes. I don't know. To get up to 10 pounds. We're like 400 feet, so you pressurize around 10 pounds is enough. And I think I'll take my lids out of there. I don't need them in there. I have extra lids. I like to put them in the dishwasher and let them cool back down on the rack in there, since they are sanitized. I can use them for dry canning. When I do extra lids, I can use them for dry canning. Like I am going to dry can some flour and sugar. Especially flour. I don't want no weevils in my flour. I'll just put these in my rack so they can dry. Leave them in there by themselves. Now, let's get us a clean towel for this. When the jars come out, we don't want to touch them. They're going to be hot, hot, hot. That's going to be quite a while from now. That's for our jars to cool on when they come out. Okay, I'll turn this off until we get down to where we put the weight on it. Now you see that right there? That's some good drippings right there. Don't throw that out. You can make some gravy out of that. I'm going to take you over here to my table, my Instapot. I'm run out of plugs, so I'm going to put it on the ground over here where my vacuum cleaner is and do my Instapot. Don't matter. So I'm going to throw in the bones that were left over from the, I had to take some of the meat off the bone to fit them in my jars. Some of them thighs were huge. And then you put 4 cups of water in there. And then you put it on the bone broth setting. Just punch that broth right there. And you want this to go for, let me see how much I did it last time. An hour. Okay, so if you punch it in and it says 50 minutes, just punch it up to an hour, 60 minutes. Okay, now we'll be back when this gets up to pressure. When it gets up to 10, then we'll put our weight on there, and then we'll adjust our fire down here. I got a good big one there, so. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, 10 minutes, it's been steady steaming. See the steam? Okay, so it's been steaming 10 minutes. So then the next thing you do is you put your little weight thing on there. Put it over here where it's been steady streaming. Careful you don't burn yourself. Now, then this pops up. That popped up. Now it's under pressure, and I'm going to turn the heat up. See that fire under there? Give it a little bit more fire. I want to bring this up to pressure to 10, and then I'll turn it down to adjust it to stay at 10. And when I get it regulated to 10, then I'll start timing it for 75 minutes. Do not start timing it until you got that pressure steady at 10. Okay. Yeah, I turned up the heat and see the gauge. It's got to go up to 10. And this protects it from blowing up. That little thing there. Now, I only have one weight, but I'm at 400 feet, whatever. So, I'm fine with 10 pounds. It might take a while. I'll be back when it gets there. Didn't take long, and we're at 10 pounds of pressure. So now, what we have to do is I kind of let it go past there, maybe to 11, which it's about there. Now I'm going to have to start turning down the heat, because we want to hold it at 10 pounds of pressure. We don't want to boil the canner dry. Okay, so it's there. I'm going to turn her down. See where she dropped to? She's a little over 10 right now. And I reduced my fire. Turned it down. Gotta keep an eye on it. See how much pressure. If I gotta drop it some more. Still going up, so I'm gonna drop it a little more. Down to medium. Well, this is my big burner. It's pretty fast. This is my biggest burner I got. It is fast. It's on 11. Trying to watch for it to go down. Takes some serious regulation sometimes. Still climbing. I guess I'll turn it down some more, because this is on my big fire. between 10 and 11 pounds of pressure I want for 75 minutes. I hadn't set the timer yet because I'm still kind of regulating my stove, my burner. Waiting on it. Still steady boiling, you can hear it. And my fire's pretty low. At this point, I'm even eating a dreamsicle. Well, I can time it now. I'm going to time it 75. Oh. Set. Timer. Stop. Timer. 75. Start. It's an hour and 15 minutes. Okay. It's holding a little above 10, 11 pounds maybe. And I've got it pretty low. See if you can see. Kind of hard. I got this on a tripod. There we go. You can see the fire. It's on low. But it's holding pressure. Just above 10. 10, 11, it's okay. It could stay like that 75 minutes though. Okay. Now we'll be back when they're done. Okay, it's been 75 minutes. So you just turn the fire off completely. And you gotta let it just cool down all the way to the pressure gauge. Drops down to 0. Don't touch nothing. Don't take the weight off. Don't touch that. Walk away. And let that dial drop all the way down to 0. Then the next step will be taking this weight off, opening up the canner, and taking out the jars and putting them on a cooling rack, and they will sit there. It is 7 o'clock and they're going to sit there till tomorrow morning. They have to sit there that long before you move them. Don't move them. Don't touch them. When they come out of the canner, pick them up straight. Lay them down straight. Don't let the jars touch. They need to cool. And just walk away till the next day. And then the next morning, you can take the rings off. And then you check them to make sure that they're sealed. But unfortunately, I've got 4 more over here that I got to pressure cook. So I've got to start the process again. Get these pressure cooked. So this is all I can do right now. Just let it naturally cool down. Let me see if I can move this canner. If I can, I'm going to move it off this so it can cool faster. But if it's too heavy for me, which I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to let it cool. Fortunately, I have this huge burner, so mine gets up to pressure really quick. That's the good side. And it pretty well I can regulate it. Okay, that's all till the pressure gauge drops to 0 and I take them out. Okay, pressure counter's down to 0. So now it's time to take off this part, the weight. I don't want to lose it. Time to twist this thing to open. Push it this way to open it. Forgot to tell you, and that vent thing's all the way down. Wouldn't want that stuck open. Okay, let's open it. And like everybody tells you, lift it away from you, like this. There's no steam in there. I'm going to lay it out over here. And we're going to take it out. You want to take your jar lifter and you want to lift straight up. Don't tilt your jars. Let's see. I'll put it on the cooling rack. Let me see if I have to lower that where you can see me. Straight up. Ow! I bumped my hand. Don't even wipe the lids off. You just don't touch them at all. I want it sitting straight. It smells good. Now I want the jars touching. There's still water in this canner. I'm going to pour it out though. Start fresh. Because I've got 4 more jars to do just the same way. Pressure can. 4 more jars. There you have it. That's what it looks like. We're done. Time to pressure cook 4 more. There y'all have it. Really easy. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah. There you have it. That's what it looks like. And you just leave that. See, it's bubbling. Still cooking, really. Don't touch it. Just let it cool down overnight. Don't be pressing on the lids or nothing. Leave the rings on. We'll remove those tomorrow. Okay. Good night. That's it for now, and we'll take the rings off tomorrow and see how well they sealed.